What's up, y'all? My name is Seth Packan, and this is where small town brains talk about big city nonsense. This is Podunk Perspective. Well, Podunk Perspective, we're back with my man Caleb Mills. How we doing?
Good, brother.
So you're an artist in town. You're boys with my boy Steve,
Absolutely.
who we talked about a few times on this podcast. When did you move to Nashville, and why'd you get into music?
Okay. So I started first making trips in 2020. But where I'm from in Alabama, like we were just talking about this earlier, It's not that far, dude. Like it's like an hour and 45 minutes. And so in 2020, I would come up, like stay for like 2 days and then go back. You know, I'd write or record or play a writer's round, do whatever, and then just go back home. But I officially like full on moved up here. I guess like a year and a half ago, but I've been making trips for almost 6 years now. So, yeah.
There's a lot of artists from Alabama, right?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of country, but like I mean, I would assume there's more than just that are from, you know.
Oh, 100%.
State, you know, what are a few of those artists? You know,
well, dude, like, I mean, Jamie Johnson, like, he's a monster. You know, Muscadine, Muscadine's dope. I want to see them live. I still haven't got to. Who else? I mean, like a bunch of my boys, you know, like Jackson Cannon, he's a monster. Eric Michael Taylor, he's technically from Tennessee, but it's like, dude, it's so funny. It's one of them things where it's like we grew up 5 or 10 minutes away, but because he was in Tennessee and I was in Alabama, because I'm from like right on the state line, you know what I mean? We never got to meet, but technically he's from Tennessee. But there's a bunch of dope artists. I mean, Gary Nichols, like he's from there. His son, Trey Nichols, he like played bass on some of my old stuff.
Dang.
He's really good. I mean, there's a ton of guys. And like Muscle Shoals, it's got like the whole scene. That's actually where I'm going this month to track and stuff. So dude, there's a ton of great music in Alabama.
What was it like growing up there in that area?
I mean, I don't know, because it's like all I've ever known. You know what I mean? Like it was great. You know, I don't know. I'm one of them people where like, I know I need to be up here, but in the long haul, like I want to be. You want to go back home? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, I love my family. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's cool, and like there's also less going on. You know what I mean? Like up here, it's like there's people everywhere, and there's traffic, and it's like show face, and it's like business, and like meet this person, go to this event, and then back home, it's like.
Chill.
Do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like go fishing.
No,
like
I get it. Yeah, it's definitely relaxed. There's no pressure. No, I totally get that. So obviously you started music at a young age. When were your parents were like, hey, or like were they pushing you to move to Nashville, or was it kind of a decision you made on your own?
Whoa. I guess they definitely weren't like, you know, you should totally do this. Well, actually, I don't know. Well, I've always done it. You know what I mean? Like, I've always done music. I've been singing since I was a kid. And, like, honestly, most of the people in my family, like, sing or play an instrument or, like, have some sort of – it's strange almost. Like, but, like – it's in the blood. Like, and also my family is Church Christ. So, like, we sing hymns. You know what I mean? Like, and that, you've, like, learned harmony, like, at an early age and, like, the whole thing. And so my granddaddy actually like did the thing, but then he just kind of like was like drinking too much and started, you know, doing some other things and just kind of had to, you know, get a reality check and like slow down. And so he kind of missed out on some opportunities that he wanted to, you know, do. And so he's always been like, he's always been super supportive of me doing this, but always been like, you know, like stay off the bottle or like, you know, like.
Well, it's important to have someone to learn from.
You know, which is dope. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. My whole family was kind of like really upset I didn't go to college because, I mean, I always had good grades and like ACT, the whole deal. You know what I mean? Like it was all like good and like I was going to get money to go these different places. But in my head, it was like, okay, I can go to college and get a music degree. Right. Like, what am I going to do? Like, teach choir in high school? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't really want to do that, you know, necessarily. And but one person I did get to meet, like in the midst of all that, was Gary Baker, and he lives in Muscle Shoals, and he wrote "Amazed" for Lone Star and like a couple other like really big songs, and I was just like asking him questions like, what did you do? Somehow my mom set it up because she knew I didn't know what I was going to do. So shout out my mom for that. And he was like, man, I don't really know what to tell you. I don't know whether to tell you to go to school or not. If you go to this school, which was UNA in University of North Alabama, which is actually funny. My sister goes there now. But he was like, if you go to UNA, they have a program where you can like work at my studio while you're in school. He was like,
that's a tight gig.
Well, yeah, I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Right. You know, he was like, but dude, I didn't go to college. He was like, I just played around at bars for like 10 or 12 years, and somebody heard one of my songs and then was like, we want that song, and it just worked out. You know what I mean? And he was like, he was basically like, if you want to do music, like if you want to play music, and that's the thing, you know, like, you better love it more than anything else. Right. You know, he was like, because I never had a plan B. He was like, you know, like it's not easy, you know? And he was like, if you want to do it, you better love it more than anything else. Right. And then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I do. You know.
So what about what about the songwriting side? Like, how did that always come easy to you, or when did you pick that up?
Dude, I've been writing since I was like 8 years old, bro. Since I was like a kid, like, cool. And those songs were terrible. You know what I mean? Like those definitely weren't any good. And honestly, I got so much better when I started coming up here. You know. I mean, I was writing stuff, which when I was younger, I would just sing melodies and like make it up, and then I'd write it down in a book. And like I have songs from like 5th grade. They're terrible, dude. Yeah. There's like "Love Sick" or like, you know, like, what do you know about love, dude? You know what I mean? And like I wrote this Christmas song one time. It was like "Meet Me Under the Mistletoe" or something. It was like a ripoff of Justin Bieber or something. You know, it's bad.
That's great.
But yeah, I always wrote, I guess. But then when I was 16, I actually like learned a few chords on guitar. Yeah. And so I knew like G, D, minor, and C. And I was like, that's enough to write some songs. So I started writing those and doing that thing. And then when I first started putting out music, dude, I used to freestyle. Like freestyle was like my thing. I like wanted to get good at it, and eventually I got really good at it. And then that's kind of like how I would write songs. I would just like spit it out, and a lot of my early releases, like, dude, I have stuff on SoundCloud that's not even like it's like hip hop and like cool. R&B, like hardcore, and those songs. Like, those were just me freestyling, like writing it and like coming up with stuff, and then like, okay, maybe this is better, you know. But even then, they weren't super great. But whenever I first started coming up here, making trips, doing the co-write thing, you know, it was really cool to like learn from other people and like pick up, oh, this is how you do that, and then like dude, I've learned chords from a lot of co-writers, like Parker LeBlanc specifically, dude. That guy. He'd be like, we'd be singing a song like in the right, and he'd do something. I'd be like, what is that? Like, show me that. And I would learn that chord, and then I'd play that song, you know. And I think I've gotten so much better in the last 5 years than I did from the time I was a kid till, you know, when I, like 20 or whatever, you know, because just being up here writing with other people and being in rooms with guys that I shouldn't even be in the room with. You know what I mean? Like, it's just made me so much better. And just repetition. The muscle memory thing, dude, I think that's so real. Like, I heard Brett, what's his last name?
Young Eldridge?
No, he actually just passed away.
Yes. Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yes, Brett James.
Brett James, yes. Brett James. Dude, he wrote a ton of smashes. And I heard him on a podcast one time, funny enough. He was talking about, like, I would write 100 songs a year. 100 songs a year. 100 songs. So back in 2020, I was like, I'm writing 100 songs a year. And the first year that I did it, I got to, like, 94, dude. And I don't like to, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm like, if I say I got to do something, I got to do it. And I was mad, bro.
Yeah.
So then, like, the next year, I think I wrote like 140 something, and then I wrote 130, and then I wrote 130. And like, for the last few years, like, I've been writing that much.
It's motivation, right?
You know what I mean?
It pays off eventually.
Yeah. And I think just like, I think doing it so much has been really beneficial. You know? So, yeah.
What did that first write in Nashville look like? Do you remember?
I absolutely do, bro. Because I cut the song.
That's cool. I mean, hey.
Yeah, dude. It was me and this guy named Heath Coleman, and me and Heath are like still tight, bro. I haven't talked to him in a while though. I need to holler at him. But we've written a ton of songs. We wrote Candles to Burn, which is I put it out as a song on my first record that I put out in 24. And dude, it was my first ever co-write.
That's
and
cool.
It just worked out. He had like this little chord progression, and I was like, that's slick. And he was like, I got this idea. He was like, something about candles to burn. I was like, okay. And then we just ripped it. It was like, it was awesome. And he said, we'll leave no sheet unturned. Girl, we got candles to burn. And I was like, that's sexy, bro. I was like, all right, cool. So, yeah, that was my very first one. But, man, I've written with so many dope people since then.
Who are some of your, like, musical influences? Like, people, like guys you listen to, grew up on, you know, stuff like that?
Well, so funny enough, see, that's the thing. That's where, like, a lot of people get confused with, like, what I release, I feel like, because it's so broad, dude. Like I'm not one of those like, oh, that ain't country or that ain't this. Right. You know what I mean? Just because my stuff is all over the place, dude. Like I love my first love, I guess, was probably like the Motown sound. Yeah, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Like the first concert I ever actually went to was me and my mom. It was the Temptations and the Four Tops. Okay. So like, you know what I mean? That's and like but like Ed Sheeran is a huge influence just because he is the king of melody, recently at least. I mean, Justin Timberlake, that was one of my biggest, you know, like, love that dude. Temptations for sure. I mean, Stapleton is like the reason that I decided, okay, I think I need to dive back into country. Yeah. Because like growing up, I really like listened to mostly old country because of my granddaddy. You know what I mean? Like Waylon, Don Williams, like all those guys. But then my grandparents would leave the station on 102.1 WDRM, bro. And it was this country all around the whole time. But my mom and my dad changed the song after every song ended that they didn't like. Right. You know what I mean? Which is basically how we listen on Spotify. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember doing that on the radio. You had to change the station if you didn't like the song. Yeah. Mom, change the song. This one's annoying or whatever it was. Yeah, exactly. You know? But like my grandparents would not turn it off the country station. Yeah. And there was some years, you know, back in 2010 and there was some bad years, in my opinion, or at least stuff I didn't love. There was also great stuff. There's good and bad everywhere. You know what I mean? But a lot of those songs, I was like, this is driving me crazy. I can't stand this. And then I heard Tennessee Whiskey one day on WDRM. I was like, hold on. Yeah. I was like, what the heck? And you know, then I kind of dove back in. But dude, what was the question that you asked me? No, just like, what are some of the musical influences you grew up on and stuff like that, you know, and guys you listen to? And, well, those are a lot of them, you know. I mean, Prince and Michael Jackson are like two of the biggest ones. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's not really what I do. You know what I mean? But like, there's just something about like those melodies and like the pockets and stuff that like makes you want to bounce your shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about a groove, dude. Yeah. But I'm also about a great story. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I really love, like, just country music is because I think that the songs are just better. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the way they're written. But it's also funny now because everybody's coming to country. Right. And it's like... people are taking country lyrics and putting, you know... other beats behind them or other sounds behind them, you know. Well, dude, I love genre bending, dude. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's awesome. But, you know, I think when you're gonna if you're gonna do it, like, why don't you write some songs with like the guys that are here, like doing that thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, no shade, Beyonce, but like, she could have came to Nashville and did it the way Post did it. She
could have.
You know what I mean? And like, I mean, Post wrote with guys here. He had players from here. Like, you know what I mean? I think, not saying that Nashville's everything, because, you know, I'm not gonna say it is, but it's. You got to show respect back to back to what you're trying to do. You can't just show up with no.
Well, it's like, go to the streets of Nashville. What do those people think is popular?
Yeah,
and bring it to life. You know, like that's everything they could ask for. You know, bring them along. You know, whether they're a writer on it or even just listening to, hey, this is the sound you should push or whatever it is. You know, it's cool. I mean, you see it in today's day. There's how many songs are pitched to Morgan Wallen and Post and, you know, Jelly Roll on a daily basis. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude. I wish they cut one of mine, dude. That'd be sick.
Hey, eventually. You never know in this town.
Working on it, dude. I'm trying, man. I just had my 25th cut, dude.
Awesome, man.
This past week.
Congrats.
So I'm like,
that's huge.
On somebody that's not me, you know? So it's like, that's exciting. Actually, I had 3 come out last week. This dude, Nick Walker, he put one on his album. It's called Tiptoes. It's me, him, and Louis Bryce. And then J.P. Kennedy put out a song called Reasons To that me and my roommate, Trey James, wrote with him. And, dude, that one's, like, popping. He's, like, killing it on TikTok with that one, so that's cool. And then Kevin Moon, dude, he put out a song called Chickens on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, I just saw this. Yeah,
yes, dude.
That's cool. So tell us the story behind that one.
Well, dude, funny enough, it was the first time. It was me, Ryan Perry, Liam Coleman, and Kevin, of course. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it was the first time I met Ryan or not. It might have been, but like we drove to his place, which is way out in west. Mm-hmm. And I'm all the way in Smyrna. You know what I mean? So, dude, it took me like an hour and some change to get there. I'm like, oh, I'm late. Like, you know what I mean? And but finally got there and everything, and it was such a nice day, dude. So we chilled, like sat on the back porch whenever we were riding. And dude, Ryan's got like this dope place, man. Like it's like hilly and like he's got like this land behind it and it's freaking beautiful. And we were sitting on the back porch like doing the thing, just messing around with stuff. Right. And he's got chickens. Dude, he's got like I don't know, 8 or 10 chickens. Yeah. And you know, they're over there clucking and bebopping around. And somehow we just ended up writing that song, dude. Yeah. I don't know, like, and it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, she took my chickens out the yard. It's like, basically she left, bro, and she took the chickens when she left, and it's like, it's just hilarious, dude. I hope he like makes a music video for it because it'd be the funniest thing ever.
You got a guy right there. He can make the music video.
Dude, come on, for real. Holler at Kevin. We get chickens running.
Everyone go listen to Chickens out on Spotify and Apple now. Dude. So when was that song, like that one song you put out and you're like, damn, like I need to keep putting out music. I like definitely need to keep doing this, you know?
Dude, I don't know. I guess, dude, honestly, from the moment I started doing it,
right,
I was just like, because I didn't know. Like when I first started, you know, I thought you had to have a record deal or like you had to like go into a studio. Like my first stuff that I recorded was in a buddy of mine's bedroom in Hazel Green, Alabama. Yeah. Shout out Andy Whitworth, dude. Lil Long, bro. He I don't know, like it's always what I've wanted to do, you know what I mean? I just never knew how. Right. And then once I like figured out, hey, you can do this like by yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which really is the game changer because I think a lot of people think that like doing this is a lot more complex than it is. And there totally is like a lot of stuff to it, you know what I mean? And like you got to like learn as you go, you know, but I mean once I started like making a little money from it and realizing like, holy cow, I think I can like figure my life out like doing this and like make it work where it's possible, you know, like I was like, yeah, I'm doing this, you know, and that's like, and that's like where I went like super hard with the TikTok thing. Like, thankfully, I jumped on the TikTok train. 2019.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. What was one of those first songs that, kind of popped off on
Dude,
TikTok?
Pure Gold.
Yeah.
Pure Gold was like probably the first one. Which it's like a super. So like I said before, we would go like look up YouTube beats and stuff. And the one for this, it was like a Khalid type beat. The dude that does a Send Me Your Location song. Yeah. And I started writing that song and I wrote like half of it. And then my buddy's ex-girlfriend had this party at her house, and we were all over there just like drinking, hanging out, and the sun was like coming up like 5 a.m., dude. And I finished writing the rest of the song, and I was like, yes! And I was like, let's go. I was like, I'm putting this song out. So then I released that song. I was posting all these videos, just like, oh, please listen to my song, And one of them popped. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then another one popped and another one popped. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, dude, this is good. And like people were streaming it. And then they were going and streaming the other songs. And I was like, let's freaking go, dude. And then like maybe a couple weeks after I'd released that song, I got fired from the job I was working at, which was Handel's Ice Cream, which was terrible, dude.
What was your favorite flavor?
Strawberry cheesecake.
Let's see.
Dude. It was legit, bro. It was legit.
That's great.
No, the ice cream was great, dude, but the boss was an A-double asshole.
We've all had a few of those.
I'm like, I've never got fired from nothing, dude. Like, I'm normally like, pretty good with bosses. It's a whole thing. That's a story for another time. Anyway, so then after that happened, I was like, dang. I was like, well, I guess I got to do like the music like harder, like all in. And so I was like really doing the TikTok thing. And like then like a month or so went by and I was just like trying to find money. And like thankfully Renee Hodges, which she's like, we call her my artist relations manager. She's like helped me out a ton over the past few years. Yeah. She was like letting me do odd jobs at her house. And so like I was doing that, and then like a month went by, and then I got like some money from DistroKid, and I was like, oh snap! And I was like, okay. I was like, all right. Yeah. I was like, so I can make this work, but I've got to like keep putting music out, and like do the thing, and ever since then, man, like I guess I hadn't really looked back, like just doing gigs every weekend, playing shows, releasing music, going in the studio, and just writing as much as humanly possible, So, yeah, I guess probably Pure Gold is kind of like the thing that started it, jump started, like made me realize like, okay, I'm not just doing this. I can do this for more than just people from who like me already like this. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. So like this year and last year, you've been working on a little bit of a project with Myers Leonard, who was formerly a basketball player, now transitioning into country music. Yeah. Steve talked to us a little bit about that when it was kind of first starting. Kind of tell us a little bit more, because now we're kind of in the middle of it, and he's put some of these songs out.
Yeah, dude. The Myers thing is crazy. He played in the NBA, played for the Trailblazers and the Heat and the Bucks like 10 years. He's the freaking dopest dude ever. He's just awesome. Yeah, man. I don't know. We just I was supposed to write with him initially one day, and the other dude that was supposed to write with us, Caleb Lathrop, called me and he's like, "Bro, we can't write today. I'm sick." And I'm like, no, because at the time I was going to be driving up from Alabama. And like I was like up at 8 a.m., which I'm not an 8 a.m. dude at all. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, here we go. That stinks because that just fell through. You know what I mean? But then I'm in town like 2 days later, and I'm walking around at the Distillery in Midtown, and I see this dude walk in. He's taller than everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the heck? And I hear somebody introducing him like, yo, this is Myers, whatever. I was like, no way. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And so Myers like coming around. I like stopped him. I'm like, yo, man, like, like hey, I'm Caleb, you know, it was like we were supposed to write the other day. But it like didn't work out, you know what I mean? Like we had to reschedule because Caleb got sick.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, well, let's try to get another one down. So we ended up getting one down, and we wrote. And then we wrote again. And then one day, like, something fell through, and then Myers like, well, let's find a third. And so I'm like, what about, I'll hit up my buddy Steve. And old man Steve. And Myers is like, dude, he's like, I met Steve. He's like, I met Steve the same night I met you. I'm like, what? And it was like, yeah. And
what a coincidence.
So, dude, it just worked out, and we wrote, and then we wrote again. And man, some of the songs we were writing was like, whoa, like this is like some serious stuff, you know? And Myers was so great about just like, I don't know, just like being open and like just like
listening, just like
telling his story, dude. Like which is funny because I'm like the least like, I don't know, the men in my family are super like, you know, shut up and do what you got to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so like honestly, that's why like music is dope because you can put it in a song. But like Myers is like, oh, this happened and I want to say this. Can you guys like help me do this? And like, dude, some of them songs are just amazing. I mean, we wrote this one song, Beauty and Broken Things, and it's out now. Myers released it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite songs I've written. Like, you know, like it's really great stuff. And I don't know, I think the three of us have written 40 songs together probably in 2025 and the end of 2024. But Myers has released now, I guess, 7 or 8 of them. Yeah. And then he's supposed to be putting out the whole record in 26, which was the original plan. And I haven't talked to him much recently. He just had another baby boy, so he's kind of been busy. You know, he texted a little bit, but I need to call him and just see what's going on with the music stuff, you know. Absolutely. But man, it's been fun, like a ton of fun. And he even brought us up to Illinois. He did like a hometown show. Oh damn, that's cool. In Robinson, Illinois. Dude, it was so dope. They got his like name when you drive in. It's like home of former NBA, blah blah blah. You know, Myers Leonard on thing. It's like it's cool, and everybody there just loves him to death. And it was really cool too because I've never seen a show like that. You know what I mean? Like. I opened up and did acoustic or whatever, and then he had a band. But he would play for like 45 minutes or an hour, and then he would take a break and like go sign like autographs in the crowd and like give away jerseys. Like, you know what I mean? It's just really cool because it's different than how a lot of people do it that are just like, it's just the music. You know what I mean? It's like, absolutely. There's people who just like love him for NBA, but also they love his music, and now it's just really cool. Yeah, you know?
Like, it's cool that he gave back as a basketball player at one time, and now he's giving back as an artist now. You know?
It's like, okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know, man. He's just a dope dude, and it's been fun, seriously. Mm-hmm. So,
and you had a song come out this year. Yeah. Tell us about that, and you know maybe some of the future music you're working on.
Yeah, dude, I've released a few this year. How many? Wow, I don't know. Dude, I've been writing so much.
That's a good problem to have.
I've been writing so much. I'm trying to get other people to record my songs, man. I'm trying to get that Luke Combs cut. Man. Yeah. But this year, what did I release? I just recently released Neon Dream. That came out about a month ago, something like that. I released, which funny thing about that song is I just got to a point where I was like so fed up, dude, and just like overwhelmed, which is funny enough. Steve is a writer on that song with me. But I was just like, I don't know, man. I'm not like I don't play the game very well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though sometimes I try to. Right. It's just not my thing. It's just not in my genes. Right. And that song was just like, I'm not feeling well. Right. I'm going to put this out and move past it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I also put out King of the South this year, which I love that song so much. It's just cool. It's swanky. It's like real swampy sound. Then I wrote released Everything to Me, I mean. And that was just kind of, it came from my old lady. We just kind of two different kind of places, but like, we just work together real good. So, those I released those this year, and then actually this month in December I'm going to track 10 songs. Put out a record next year. So,
hey, let's go. That's exciting.
Dude. So I'm excited for it.
Hey, well, you brought your guitar today. I think we should get to some
Let's
music.
Do it.
Let's do it up. Check 1 2. Podunk Perspective. We're back with some music. My man Caleb Mills has got some songs for us. What's this first one you got for us?
So this song is called Right on Neon Time.
Let's go.
I'm gonna record this thing. This is one of the ones we're taking in the studio next month. Yeah, it's just like a honky tonker.
Who'd you write this one with?
Who did I write this with? It was me, Parker LeBlanc, Trey James, and wait, did Trey write it? No, he didn't. See, that's the thing. I'm writing too many songs. I can't even remember. It was me, Parker LeBlanc. Oh, come on, dude. Why can I not remember? Ethan Wynn.
Okay.
Me, Parker LeBlanc, Ethan Wynn, and this young guy that I met at the Rusty Nail.
Yeah.
And he wanted to write, and I told him, let's do it. I got some buddies that are going to write with us. And he came, and he wrote with us. And I cannot remember his name to save my life, but maybe I will tell you.
I think it was Guy. I think his name was Guy.
I only met him once before the ride, dude. I have his phone number. He's a very nice guy. Follow him on Instagram. I'll let you know before I go. But this song's called Right on Neon Time. Dang, I feel bad now. All right, here we go. Woke up this morning, coffee was cold, eggs in the refrigerator way too old to eat. By at least 2 weeks. Walked out the door, running 10 minutes late. Raced to the red light, but slammed on the brakes. Winter, fender bender, middle finger, start my day. Pull into work like a doggone dog, but when I get off, I'll be turning it on. Smoking like a chimney and burning like a neon light. Drinking like a fish out of water if the water was right. When I clock out, I'll be clocking in right on neon time. Time, right on neon time. Time, hey. 10 a.m. I'm thinking about lunch, and after I eat, I need a nicotine buzz. I'll be itching for a cigarette or something stronger to fill my lungs. 3:30 rolls around and 5's on my mind, 'cause I can't wait to be sitting in a dive. Smoking like a chimney and burning like a neon light. Drinking like a fish out of water if the water was right. When I clock out, I'll be clocking in right on neon time. You know what I'm saying? Now right here will be a real honky-tonk solo, but it's just me. You know? Here's a bridge. 6 o'clock, I hit the bar. 7's when the liquor starts. By 8 o'clock, I'm putting rounds for the whole town with my credit card. 9 o'clock, I'm throwing darts. 10 on the dot, and I'm breaking hearts. Midnight, a pair of blue eyes. Walked in right on neon time. Time, right on neon time. Time.
Let's go, man. That song's a banger.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Do you have a
dig that one?
Yeah, man. Do you have an idea when that's?
Dude, I have no idea. Damn. So we're going in the studio this month, and we're tracking drums for everything. It's going to be awesome. I've got 12 songs demoed right now, and they've got the right BPM on the whole deal. You know, we just want to go in and make sure we get the drums done. And then everything else I think we're going to do up here. We're tracking those drums in Alabama, Muscle Shoals, at Ivy Manor, which is a dope studio down there. Gary Nichols actually is one of the guys that owns it. But yeah, that's gonna be one of the songs that's on it. Honestly, I'll just play those songs, the songs that aren't out yet.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Well, here's another one. I may have played this at your round.
Okay.
It's called Two Country.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like you might have. I also was feeling pretty good that night, so my memory's a little bit blurred from that night.
Let's see. Yeah, I wrote this one with a young lady, Miss Jessie Bracken. She writes over at Red Creative now. She's from Alabama. She's a monster. Yeah. You just want me to rip it? Good to go?
Yeah, let's rip it.
Cool. It's called Two Country.
Dipspit sitting in a sun-dried can, cut off tea with a farmer's stand, trash in the back of an S10 bed, roll tide tattoo right across your chest. People say we're all just heads, but they get it if they did it like this. Out in the sticks where we say, hey, y'all, yeehaw, honey. We ain't broke, but we don't come from money. And supper's on the stove if you're hungry. We get tired on a Saturday night, and then on Sunday we're in a church pew. Yeah, we kill what we eat if we have to. If you think we're silly kind of hillbilly, then you just don't get it, buddy. Must be too country. Must be too country, yeah. Yeah, we burn a little rubber in a parking lot. Can't get into any trouble if we're friends with the cops. We are who we are, ain't gonna stop. Only listen to our mamas and God. And we say, hey, y'all, yeehaw, honey. We ain't broke, but we don't come from money. Supper's on the stove if you're hungry. We get tired on a Saturday night, and then on Sunday we're in a church pew. Yeah, we kill what we eat if we have to. If you think we're silly kind of hillbilly, then you just don't get it, buddy. Must be too country. Must be too country, yeah. If I'm gonna die on a hill, rather be surrounded by fields. Back in BFE we say, hey, y'all, yeehaw, honey. We ain't broke, but we don't come from money. And supper's on the stove if you're hungry. We get tired on a Saturday night, and then on Sunday we're in a church pew. Yeah, we kill what we eat if we have to. If you think we're silly kind of hillbilly, then you just don't get it, buddy. Must be too country.
That's a fun one, man. That's a real fun one.
You know,
I don't even know what genre to put that in. It's like it's a little bit country,
dude,
a little bit funky.
I think I'm gonna start calling all this stuff redneck rock and B. You know what I mean?
It fits.
So it's like, I don't know. Oh, hello. Am I in? Am I locked in?
Yeah, you're in.
Okay,
Redneck
cool.
rock and B.
Redneck rock and B, dude. I think that's the thing. Because I don't know. I think that's probably what it is that I do, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everything's so much different. I like change it up all the time. But this record is going to be like, the first album I released, it was more of like a, hey, this is all the different things I can do. You know what I mean? Right. It wasn't necessarily like, I didn't go in with the idea of a sound. You know what I mean? It was just, these are the songs I have released, and here's a few that I haven't released yet.
Absolutely.
And let's call this an album and put it out.
Yeah.
This one is been much more thought out, and like, these songs will make sense together, and like more of like a concept album, even though it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say it is, but it's intentional. This album is more intentional than my first record was. I'll say that, you know, so I'm really, really excited for it. Let's see. Y'all want me to keep going, yeah?
Yeah, what's this? Who wrote this one with you? Is it the same people or
Which one?
the one about your...
The next one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Which one do I want to do? I'll do B-side, dude. Let's play some more Steve Thomas songs.
Okay.
You know? So this is me, Steve Thomas, and Mr. Nathan Bine, who is producing my record.
I feel like I'm going to like this one.
Dude, it's called B-side. My mama loves this song. My sister loves this song.
Like a record, right? Like the B-side of a record? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's tight.
Yeah, the song's called B-side.
Takes me back before burnt CDs. Every sync is a new melody. She's got more soul than an old cassette. Now I'm hanging on the notes falling off of her lips. She's my favorite song, one I play all night long. My baby's like a B-side, 45 needle spinning all night. Pick it up and play it again. My baby's like a fine wine, 25 years spin age dry, keeps getting better with time. My baby's like a B-side. 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 She drops it in the groove, the perfect kind of smooth. No, y'all ain't never heard nothing like this or seen anything like watching her spin round and around and around my mind. She's dancing in and out of every line. My baby's like a B-side, 45 needle spinning all night. Pick it up and play it again. My baby's like a fine wine, 25 years been a track, keeps getting better with time. My baby's like a B-side. 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 Baby's like a B-side, 45 needle spinning all night. Pick it up and play it again. My baby's like a fine wine, 25 years been a dry, keeps getting better with time. My baby's like a B-side. My baby's like a B-side. My baby's like a B-side. My baby's like a B-side.
Let's go.
Oh!
I love how simple that one is. Like it's simple but clever, you know, it's groovy.
Dude,
you know?
I just can't freaking wait for like all these. I just can't wait for all of them to be done. Like I can't wait for people to actually hear the fully produced stuff, because it's like, I don't know. We're doing something that's so, I don't know. I just think it's like more outside of the box. You know what I mean? It's not all the same stuff that, you know,
your songs are touching on multiple genres, which I find very cool. You know, just the few you've played me, you know, it's just like, and it fits, it works. You know, it sounds cool.
You want me to play one more? Or?
Yeah. What's this last one you got for us?
Okay.
Decisions.
Do you want to hear like girl song about a girl, or do you want to hear like song also about a girl, but it's like really redneck?
Let's do that one.
Redneck?
Yeah.
Cool. The song's called Redneck Wrong.
Let's go.
Sounds something like this. Is this the last one?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Let's do it.
She said, baby, I'll come back when you decide to sober up. I said, I ain't gonna do it, I ain't quitting getting drunk. I'm a rowdy kind of rebel, you've been doing my redneck wrong. Serving caviar for supper even when I wanted taters. Said she was into cars but she's never heard of mater. Said listen to my boys, and they said, buddy, we hate her. Bet he liked her then, she sure wouldn't like me now. Cause I'm out on town, sticking my neck out, acting like the king of country music at the karaoke bar. Yelling Skinner, turn it up and playing air guitar. Buying all the bourbon, sky's the limit with her credit card. Tomorrow she'll say that it ain't her fault, but all along she done my redneck wrong. She'll be bitching over breakfast with her silver spoon friends, passing the blame and playing pretend. But oh no, honey, don't be out there lying like a rug. She broke my heart and now I'm breaking her bank, buying everybody in here something to drink. Cause I'm the king of country music at the karaoke bar. Yelling Skinner, turn it up and playing air guitar. Buying all the bourbon, sky's the limit with her credit card. Tomorrow she'll say that it ain't her fault, but all along she done my redneck wrong. She done my redneck wrong. Maybe I'm right, maybe she's wrong. She can blame me or blame the honky tonk. You know what, I'm right, and yes, she's wrong. Cause all along she done my redneck wrong. On my redneck wrong.
Oh,
let's go. That's a fun one, clever, and I feel like everyone can relate to that one.
She broke my heart, now I'm breaking her bank, buying everybody in here something to drink.
Right, exactly.
He stole her card, dude. He stole her credit card. That's the thing. It's freaking awesome. Sky's on limit with her credit card. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's the opposite, but you know, sometimes a lucky guy can actually find their girlfriend's or wife's credit card.
Hey, look, that one's not based on a true story. Okay, I'm not stealing my lady's credit card, dude.
Yeah. Hey, it's okay, man. Hey, I appreciate you being on. Thank you for being on. Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. We'll definitely have to do it again.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do a few group podcasts, plan a few of those out. So maybe have you, Steve, and a few other guys on and do it up.
Man. I'd love to.
Go check out Caleb's music on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, the whole thing. Caleb, cheers, man.
Dude, thanks, brother.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Podunk Perspective. We drop new episodes every Monday. Till next time.